Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having part 16 of our Extreme Difficulty Spain campaign, and this actually might be the last episode, or if not the last one, perhaps the second last one. And our aim in this episode is to just grab as much land as possible. And the extreme difficulty means that we cannot train any temple units, so by bull warriors. We cannot build any ships. We can train units only in tier 3 settlements or higher. And we have Numidian overlords, so basically we cannot attack their cities or settlements, though if they do attack us, we can defend ourselves. So, and we had some financial issues at the beginning of the campaign that were a bit higher than in the kind of original Spain campaign. Could we perhaps catch that one? And with these, okay. So they are willing to engage over there. Fair enough.
The enemy warlord flees from our warriors. Attack and drive them back in the same way. The enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
Could we hit someone in the back? Perhaps if we charge first with these, then the pikes... Okay, they are reacting to this side. But perhaps they will turn around. But then again, perhaps not. Okay, well apparently they didn't need to turn around at all. Okay, I think we need to reconsider that charge over there. Okay, nice. That was relatively easy pickings. And, well, the casualties weren't that high, and I'm wondering, well, actually, it seems we only can reinforce troops over there. Then this army, okay, it has moved. All of the armies pretty much have moved, but it seems we could take Tylis, and I think we actually could do it on auto-resolve. So let's drive those guys off and then take the settlement. Yeah. And the settlement looks like we can just grab it. I think we actually need to get rid of this Temple of Ares and begin building our own temples.
Yes. Orders. Chief. General.
And perhaps we could combine some of the cavalry units. Okay, it's 70% now. I guess that's fair enough. And Checomee the Mad. Perhaps we are not giving him the charge of this rather fresh army, but Anton the Wrathful 65% though. Does Checomil lower the public order? Okay, he doesn't. I guess we can manage with that. And then I think we have a turn. So who are these guys and what are they doing? So the balance of power is only 2 to 1, while we outnumber then at least 3 to 1. And okay, I guess Pasta and I count quite a bit for auto-resolve, but still, I mean, that's just weird. In the recent tests we have seen that Pasta and I really are not that good, at least in my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Okay, and since they are the ones doing the attacking, I guess we will just let them attack. Of course we want to wipe this army out because it will make taking the enemy settlement a bit easier. But I guess some pillar volleys or javelin volleys will work rather wonders in this battle. So I think we will send these guys after the general unit, these guys after those, and I guess you can support the assault on the general, and the general himself can go to take out those peltasts. Okay, it actually seems that on very hard the Pasta and I are actually doing okay. Okay, they are not doing okay. But they held at least for a while, and of course they are relatively fast units, so I think we need to pay attention so that they don't get away. Or at least too many of them are not getting away. Okay, I guess that's it. We did take some casualties, but I guess it could have been quite a bit worse as well. So basically Porrolissum is open in front of us. Juvaum, I guess we can improve public order. Lugdunum, I don't think we actually need to build anything. Condate Redonum. Perhaps some improved defenses won't go amiss. Apollonia. Let's improve the public order. The population is quite high. Athens. Yeah, I guess it can remain as it is. Corinth. Yeah, no actions needed. Tylis, let's improve the public order. Campus Yasuges. I guess nothing special needed. Domus, Dulcis, Domus, yeah. Doing relatively okay. Oh, because Venedai is actually rather strongly defended and our army is relatively depleted, so that might be a rather difficult settlement to take. And that's full Dacian army. I guess that's their last proper army. Let's hope that actually perhaps we should send some reinforcements over there. And of course we have reinforcing army coming, that's good news.
Move out. Unable to move. Chief, move out. Move. No more moves. Orders. Move. Unable to move.
And let's hire those mercenaries, Byzantium.
Move out.
Okay, looking better now. Fortunately, no property damages. So I guess with that additional peasant unit, we can breathe a bit more easily. Rather weird thing to say, but I guess it's true in this case. So I think actually this army will go towards Vicus Vinidai, because we will be needing help over there. And then we have this. This should actually be an elite army. Unfortunately, it's quite far from where it's needed, but I guess it's better for it to arrive late rather than not at all. Okay, Zalmoxis, so I guess this is... Yeah, this is most of the garrison, and that's actually a really bad move, because now warbands are rather weak in the open, they don't have good commander, and we have quite clear cavalry support. So I think our aim here is to wipe out the whole enemy army. That means killing both of the generals, as well as enough of the enemy troops. So, and of course it's winter, so that's bad, but I guess we'll just have to manage. So infantry line over there, general behind, 2 cavalry wings, perhaps we will keep that guy as a reserve, and then have the 2 cavalry wings over there. And they are doing something weird, which of course could give us some advantage. So let's change the formation a bit. So what are we facing? Is that warband? Chosen Warlord, okay. By the way, does Chosen Warlord mean that the Scipii have legionaries at the moment? Because if it does, we are in trouble. If they decide to come, trying to reclaim Italy, for instance. So we just have to use numbers to beat them, and there is no guarantee that it will actually succeed. Okay, let's try to... Okay, we did catch it. Excellent. Warband kind of protecting the other warlord over there, but we can leave these guys in a threatening position. Let's move against the light cavalry. And if we can, let's try to snipe the enemy general over there. Perhaps we should circle around a bit more, because this might end up badly against the warband.
Warlord flees from our warriors. Attack and drive them back in the same way.
Okay, good.
Warlord is dead.
So, now it's just breaking the enemy troops and trying... Ah! No! That was a mistake. A bad mistake. But then again, they are routing already, so I guess we are managing okay. So apparently it's only one enemy unit left. And we don't need your slinging capabilities anymore. Oh, still someone willing to fight somewhere. Though I don't know where. They're fighting to death?
The enemy army runs. Now hunt them down.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, nice.
We need fight.
Rather nice victory and practically ensures that Vicus Numidian should fall rather easily. Oh, this might actually be interesting. Yeah, so Xyles is the garrison commander and quite good at that. Okay. This might actually be a rather interesting battle. And this army looks rather tough. Of course, weak units among the strong ones, but phalanx pikes, 3 experienced falksmen, rather good phalanx pikes, some archers, nothing to scoff about in this army. So I think we will try to wipe this army out first with cavalry. And then we will have the infantry line facing the initial enemy army, and then we should be able to bring the cavalry to support in time. So the settlement is there, and the enemy should be coming from somewhere around there. I guess halfway between that area over there. The terrain is not quite optimal for us, so that limits a bit our troop positioning. But yeah, I think these guys should be quite enough to deal with the reinforcements.
The enemy are scared. They have brought even more men. No matter.
Now the question though is, should we strike straight away against the Falksmen? Or should we wait for the general to enter the field and strike it first? Perhaps we should hit the general. And now, when those guys hit, they will most likely turn. Still 31. We might actually lose this battle. Yeah. This is bad. This is really bad. Let's hope we can actually rally some of the men, and now the initial army is actually charging in. So, okay. Those are lost to us. We just have to break this general, because I think his unit and he himself are just too good against our units. So let's hope the cavalry charge will do at least something in here. Okay, and our cavalry is breaking. So, it comes down to infantry. Of course, provided we can escape. You guys should be ready to take on the enemy general. So apparently nothing that some nice javelins won't solve. But it seems we have broken. Good.
The warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
So now our flank over here is rather exposed, so you guys go there and challenge the Falksmen. Yeah, this actually looks rather bad. We are making some progress, but actually so is the enemy. Our cavalry forces are rather limited. That's only militia cavalry, so that's something, but I guess we have lost this one. Yeah, let's try to keep the general alive and get out of here. Yeah, that was quite decisive defeat. Yeah. I think it all comes down to that failed attempt at taking down the enemy general, because had we succeeded there, we would have had enough cavalry to actually turn the tide of the battle. Or at least, I think so. But that's only, hopefully, a minor complication. Oh, by the way, does that Greek navy actually carry troops? If it does... Okay, no troops there, that's good news. And we are having reinforcements coming, good news as well. And can we actually... Okay, we don't want a peasant army, but most certainly we could use these guys in an army. And then two stars, 3 stars. I think this guy will still lead the army. And we will still besiege Porrolissum. And then the question is, how are we going to reinforce it? Or rather reinforce the sieging army. And well, we have some troops over there. Unfortunately, Campus Yasuges cannot retrain Scutari. Perhaps it's actually best to leave them in here and build the Hall of Heroes.
Orders. Move out. No more moves. Orders. Kill them.
And Vicus Venidae should fall rather easily. And here, another question is, should we actually try to besiege Campus Scythii? Well, it's actually rather well defended. So let's besiege Campus Scythii. Of course, we could take a position on the bridge and kind of force the enemy to come to us. And now is a good time to get rid of some light cavalry. They can actually be sent over there. And as we can get some horse archers, that's nice. And let's actually send this unit out as well. We could use heavy cavalry. Okay, what kind of defenses they do have? Nothing to scoff about there either. Okay, so that was a rather serious drawback over there. And let's check if there are any Scipii ships or armies coming about, or Briton. Okay, they are bringing more and more troops over here. Chosen swordsmen, woad warriors, chariots, more woad warriors. I think in Alicia we should actually strengthen the defenses. Do we have any generals in the area? And I think we also have one in Lugdunum. So let's move this one unit to Lugdunum and then this general to Alicia. And I think we have a turn. Are they trying to bribe? Okay, and once again we are going to have a battle. And this time, actually, we don't have that much cavalry either. But yeah, I think we will just have to fight this, and now we will concentrate on the main enemy force first. That was actually in the last battle, it was a nice snipe that we took down the enemy general. And of course now it's summer, so our troops should be a bit more efficient. And we have quite a bunch of good boys in the battlefield as well. But once again, we have to be a bit careful, because we have seen time and again that Scutari just cannot hold against enemy phalanxes. And I'm a bit worried that it's going to be 2 units of barbarian cavalry that kind of have to decide the battle. Okay, archers moving in. It would be a nice start to the battle if we can take them down straight away. And as the enemy only have kind of a captain, not a proper general, we should be able to take them on with relative ease. And apparently they are sending in another archer unit. Okay, I guess we can let those guys go. And they are starting to fire. So are those Falksmen? Okay, so we are not going to break them too easily, and the enemy general is hiding somewhere behind. That's rather interesting. And they are bringing another archer unit to the front. Let's see if we could... Okay, we cannot grab it. I think it's time to bring the war dogs behind the enemy lines. And against the phalanxes, I think we want those Kutari firing first. And then, only then we will release the dogs. Oh, that's the enemy reinforcing army. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think it's soon time to release the dogs of war. Oh. And actually, right now, before they are taken down. So where is our cavalry? Come here. You have some work to do.
The warlord of the enemy army is running like a startled goat. Hunt him. Goats make good eating.
Okay, good. Some of the phalanxes are starting to break. And what are we fighting against over there? Okay, good. And then I need you guys to go there. We can deal with that flanking force a bit later. And good, they are breaking. These guys are actually holding rather strong. Okay, they have some Bastanai over there. And let's see if we could break these guys over here. Let's blow the war horn to keep the general from dying straight away, and these are breaking. Good. So I think we can actually begin to move against the reinforcing enemy army. Because if we can take that one down, it should pretty much mean that we can take the settlement at the same go.
The enemy army runs. Now hunt them down.
Okay, that's rather interesting charge decision. The war dogs are coming. The majority of the infantry is coming, and they should be breaking there.
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt. No, a coward chase.
And that should do it.
This is a great victory. The cries of dying enemies are...
And I think we actually wiped out the second army as well. I have to say that I'm pleasantly surprised by the performance of this army composition. I was kind of worried that this battle might end up rather in the same way as the last one. And here we can... oh, rather well-experienced troops, but I think here we can see the benefits of taking this bridge position. Now that the enemy most likely... my guess is that they will bring another army from Campus Scythii to fight against us. And that of course will mean that we can annihilate 2 of the enemy armies on the bridge. Because I see it's highly unlikely that they could actually push through our formation in here. And just make the phalanx. And I think we are ready to annihilate the enemy force. Yeah, unfortunately they are pulling back in the wrong direction. It would have been so nice if they withdrew to this direction, but I guess we have to take what is given. And you guys try to keep the phalanx formation. And yeah, this is looking like a proper massacre at the moment. Except for these hoplites thirping around in here.
The enemy warlord flees from our warriors. Attack!
Okay, I think we are soon ready for a cavalry charge. Let's wait for a couple of more units to break. Okay, I guess we are good to go. Let's raise the pikes so that we don't accidentally kill our own troops over there.
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt. No, a coward chase.
Okay, nice. I guess the army got wiped out. Good. And let's hope they will bring another army from Campus Scythii so we could wipe that army out as well. Okay, apparently not. And Porrolissum is ours. Nice, we can begin to retrain. Especially the most damaged units and improving the city as well a bit. Okay, Cordoba. We have a new family member and not too much public order issues. I'm a bit worried about those KPIs, so let's make some cavalry units just in case, even though they will cost a bit, but I think at the moment we do have a decent amount of money. Byzantium, okay, it's starting to look good. Campus Yasuges. Yeah, we can begin to retrain those soon. Tiles beginning to look rather good. Excellent. So, this army will go towards Campus Scythii. We can hire some rather mercenaries from here. This army will march that way. And I think we can actually send at least the war dogs here, the mercenary units, and perhaps even some Scuderie as well. Okay, apparently we cannot. Well, that's a shame. Now the question is, should we besiege Campus Scythii or Campus Scythii? Perhaps we will begin the siege of Campus Scythii, because most likely we can starve it out as well. And there are some enemy generals around, so they will be moving to help their friends and thus make capturing the settlement a bit easier.
Orders. Move out. Unable to move. Yes. March. Unable
Any troops we could bring from Tylis to reinforce the army? I guess we can do that, yeah. Good. And our forces are kind of concentrated on the right areas. We can have it. Okay, so actually the game crashed, and that's the first crash in quite a while. So, before the crash, the enemy was about to attack us, but next to Campus Scythii, but apparently after a bad experience they decided against it.
Yes. Orders. Attack. Besieging settlement. Settlement under siege. Orders. March. Unable to move. General. March. No more moves. Orders.
And I was to look for 47 regions. So practically, if and when we take all of these, we will have victory. And let's bring also our best army to bear over there.
Yes.
And are we actually... Could we... Okay, next turn we can auto-resolve Campus Scythii. And I think that we don't actually
Orders.
want to manage settlements anymore. This is just taking the last remaining scraps of territory needed for victory.
Our land by conquest.
So Campus Scythii falls.
Lord. Yes. Lord.
And now we can block the enemy armies
Yes.
with that bridge.
Destroy. Besieging settlement. Settlement under siege. Lord.
And I think we could actually begin to hunt down the remaining enemy armies. And here,
Orders.
if we can hire some mercenaries, we will do so, but
Under siege.
they are about to surrender.
We shall.
Okay, and here they come. And I think I will want to control this army myself, so this might actually be the final battle of the whole campaign. Let's hope the game doesn't crash this time. That would be quite annoying.
Await my orders. Units, drop equipment.
So, you guys, actually, we have a really small number of infantry overall. What we do have is dogs and some cavalry. And of course, we should have reinforcements coming relatively soon. And I think the infantry should just hold the line. At least one phalanx is breaking. Okay, that was rather a good charge. Let's try to take down that Greek cavalry. And perhaps the militia cavalry as well.
New warriors have arrived on the field. Send them to kill the enemy.
Okay, and I guess we could soon release the Dogs of War. Okay, so much for the militia cavalry. Now the biggest threat is those, or that general's bodyguard. That should be coming quite soon. And let's see if we could break these phalanx pikemen as well. And I think you handlers should go somewhere relatively safe. And I also think that it's time to prepare to meet the enemy general. So there is a unit of Falksmen fighting over there. And perhaps we should actually grab a battering ram. At least the dogs are inside, so I guess we could send in the infantry as well.
And he is just the greatest of them all. Enemy king now drinks with his glorious ancestors. His men now rightly fear us.
Now the question is, should we try to smash in with cavalry? There is phalanx, which is currently fighting against war dogs. They are tired, so perhaps there might be a chance. Okay, the militia hoplites are breaking. Okay, good. We are in. And I guess we can try to smash the wall just to pave way for our reinforcements, if it comes to that.
The battering ram is at the walls. Our warriors attack. Now is the time for great deeds.
perhaps not the most efficient of tactics, but let's see if it will get the job done. Because at the moment, to be honest, we don't really care about preserving troops too much. Then again, I guess perhaps we should care a bit more about them. Okay, let's give it another try. And I guess that's actually about it. Yeah, not quite a clear victory, but I guess victory enough. And that's a victory. So, that was quite an interesting ride. I have to say that this type of challenge campaigns are quite interesting. So, let's take a quick look about the map overall. So yeah, the Scythii are in relatively strong position here. And unfortunately we cannot see if they have legionaries or not. I think they actually do. And there was this Dinjai, which actually most likely bought us the time we needed to win the campaign. Because if most of these armies were brought to bear against us, we might have had some troubles. Of course, they might have marched against Egypt. Then again, Parthia is looking actually relatively strong. So they are giving Egypt a run for their money. But I guess Armenia and Pontus would have fallen rather soon. Seleukid's still alive and kicking. Greek cities having a couple of settlements. Scythia looking rather weak. I guess that's because Thrace was rather strong. And Britons, yeah, they had these two armies over here, but I guess we would have been able to deal with them eventually. But yeah, I guess that's it for this campaign. Time to begin to devise new challenges. If you come up with something, feel free to post those ideas in the comments. I think I will organize a poll rather soon to decide the new campaign. Some initial thoughts I have that I would kind of mod the campaign so that Julii will start over here in Tara, and it would actually not be part of the Roman faction alliance. So basically these settlements over there would be perhaps one for Scythii, one for Brutii, and then let's see how the Julii would fare over here. It would take some time to develop Tara enough to build a port so that we could get to British, or rather to the Britons area, and then to the European mainland, and I don't know, that might even mean that there are already Marian reforms happening. Oh, Egypt is here as well, so actually I think in several turns Egypt would have taken a rather stronger position in this area. Of course, Parthia might have something to say about that if they have enough cavalry archers. But yeah, this is everything for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give suggestions for future campaigns, and consider also becoming a channel member. You get some nice perks, more to say about, for example, for future campaigns and also for future versus battle. What units are tested there. And special thanks to Napoleon Complex, your membership is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.